Hello guys, so today I want to do a demonstration on how to bleach your red palm oil. Now this is an old pot that I will be using for this illustration, and why I am using this pot is because it has to be tightly closed when the bleaching is going on, so that the smoke will not be everywhere in your home, and the smoke is quite choky, so you want to avoid that by all means. Okay, so this is the pot we'll be using, and I'll go ahead to pour my red palm oil into this pot right now. So this is our palm oil, and I want to say that this is gotten straight from our palm farm here in Nigeria. So I'm going ahead to put on the fire, and I'll be going ahead to show you how to bleach your palm oil, because I've gotten this question on the comment section here on this channel. So I put the pot on the fire, and I'm going ahead to taste this oil just for you to know that this is food grade palm oil. We source this palm oil, and we are sure of what we are using for our soap making. Okay, no color added. If you know so well, in the palm farm, what is done is the good palm fronds, the palm kernel is selected from the bad ones, the good one for food cooking and the bad one for soup making. I do not go with the bad palm, I go with the good palm. So the line I'm showing you in the pot is to show you the level of where I put this palm oil to, and I don't exceed that part of the pot, so it's like half full, and you will see why. Palm oil bubbles over, okay? When you're trying to bleach the oil, it bubbles over. Okay, so I am showing you, and I'll be showing you what happens when you're going all hard with high heat. It's going to bubble over, so you want to keep this on low heat and bleach it slowly. Okay, but all the same, I'll put this on high heat to show you how this bubbles over and how it can cause a fire. And this is why people are always scared of bleaching oil with heat. All right, you can see it's beginning to foam. People use sulfonic acid and hydrogen peroxide to bleach their oil, okay, without heat. But I do not know about that method for skin. I know it's done for laundry bar soaps. You can see it's spilling over already. Okay, I showed you my light is on high, and you can see it's spilling over. Okay, so you want to avoid this. I stood here and I watched it bubble over to show you what happens when you use a high heat. Okay, and I would say too, another thing I learned is keeping the pot open. So what I'm going to do at this point, first off, is clean up my gas and then change it to the smaller gas, the next smaller one, for it to take its time and cook. Okay, you can also hear the sound that is coming from the pot. That is little bits of water that could have been in the oil. Okay, after a while you would not be hearing that sound anymore, and at this point I think all the water content from the palm would have completely been, gone. Now I put this on high heat. This is high heat here, and I'm going to be leaving this pot open to see what happens. Now at this point it is not giving out a choky film. Okay, it's not at this point. All right, so to avoid it bubbling over, I'm using high heat all the same, and I am watching this closely so it doesn't bubble over. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So This is the first time I am bleaching my oil with the lid open. So yeah, on this one I'm learning on the job. Yeah, and I can see it took care of the overflowing of the palm oil, but I would advise that you fill your palm oil just halfway up, okay, so that if at all it bubbles over, it won't be a lot and you would not be losing a lot. The fumes coming out is not choking. I want to see at what point this will get choky. Would the fumes, this lather, yeah, would this have cleared out before it starts getting choky? I'll let you guys know. So I want to see if this will clear out before it starts getting really choky. And at this point, or at that point, I will now put my fire on the low because I'm using high heat at this point to accelerate this process. Okay, so trying to shoot in real time and trying to make it as fast and compact as possible. At this point, I have a lot of fumes around in my house, but I have big windows, so don't be worried. Where I am, I have 2 door exits that are open, and I have 4 huge windows. Okay, so this is a very open. You can see I have 3 windows over there. So we'll be covering this up now and we'll be lowering the heat. Got these 3 papers I'll be using to test my oil. Okay, you want to dip this into the oil and it comes out a bit clear, but you can see we are still very far off to go. Obviously I knew this, but I just thought I'd show you. Okay, so we want to do this until the paper is clear. However, I do not really like clear papers. I like to have just a tint, a little yellow tint, and I take it off the fire. So now all the smoke in my house will be gone in no time, and then we'll keep checking. Okay, so we are going to be doing another test. This was the first one, so we'll use the other side and slightly open it and put the paper and quickly bring it out. See, look at the difference. Now at this point I would stop, but I'll just allow it bleach for about 10 minutes and we are done, or 5. So I go in again and now it's giving me what I want. Okay, and at this point I'm good. You can see there's just a little teeny yellow tint on it, but it's more clearer than the other test we've done. And at this point I switch off my fire and I leave it short and I allow it to cool down, then pour into my storage bucket for my palm oil. Okay, so that's how I get my oil bleached. Please do an amount that you can control to avoid any fire outrage in your house. Please watch it closely. This is not a time to leave it and go and watch Netflix or do other things. Watch it and you get your bleached palm oil. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in our next video. Bye.